Peggy 18.
Mafia as a franchise is always very well known for, telling compelling stories about life within organised crime and doing so in places where there's a very strong sense of time and place. And we're trying to capture that again with Mafia 3, so the location is New Orleans, it's our version of New Orleans, so it's a sort of fictionalised version of it. The year is 1968, it was obviously a very, very turbulent period in US history, and that year in particular was a very, very turbulent year. We're referencing, a lot of the things that happened during that year and really trying to make the player feel as though they are in New Orleans in 1968. That extends to the soundtrack, so we've got a bit of Stones in there and the Kinks and things like that, so it's going to be a very, very evocative soundtrack as much as it is the location for the game itself.
You people speak of family like you know what that word means.
Family means multiple things to Lincoln in this game. As the game progresses, Lincoln actually, in his quest to take down the Italian mob, recruits 3 lieutenants, one of whom is actually Vito Scaletta, who was the lead character from Mafia 2. He was the hero in that game. And these lieutenants sort of, in a weird sense, actually become Lincoln's new family, although it's an uneasy alliance to a certain extent. As Lincoln builds his new crime empire, he's also, in a sense, building a new family as well.
Peggy 18.
Lincoln Clay is our main character, our anti-hero in Mafia 3. Lincoln is an orphan, so he's always been searching for a family and a place to belong his whole life. Whether that's in the orphanage, which he initially grew up in before it was closed down, as part of gangs through the church, and then more recently through his time in the army and in Vietnam. When the game opens, it's 1968. It's our reimagined version of New Orleans, and Lincoln's actually just returned from Vietnam and, through a favour to a friend, fallen in with the black mob. And Lincoln at this point has sort of found that first real sort of sense of family for the very, very first time in his life. But unfortunately, the Italian mob betrays the black mob and practically wipes them out. So Lincoln's pretty much, the sole survivor, which sets up his motivation for the game and sets him on his path to war with the Italian mob.